Welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered what happened to the legendary black bands of the 1960s? The explosive melodies of the Impressions, the slick dance moves of the Temptations, and the soulful hits that once ruled the stage. Then suddenly, they disappeared without a trace. Here, we bring you shocking stories, untold mysteries, and the rise and fall of the artists who shaped an entire era of music. What really happened to them? Why did they quietly fade away from the spotlight? Hit subscribe now to uncover the hidden secrets of these forgotten legends. Turn on notifications so you never miss an incredible story. Get ready for a journey through time, rediscovering golden voices and uncovering truths that have never been revealed. The Jackson 5, a legendary journey and the rise of Michael Jackson. The Jackson 5 bring a series of unforgettable hits. When talking about the Jackson 5, it's impossible not to mention the songs that made them famous, such as I Want You Back, ABC, I'll Be There, and Dancing Machine. Their upbeat melodies, infectious energy, and Michael Jackson's powerful vocals propelled them to pop and soul music stardom. Notably, I'll Be There made history by helping them become the first group ever to have their first 4 singles reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Their success wasn't just about the music. It was also about their dynamic choreography, striking fashion sense, and unique stage presence. However, despite their overwhelming success, the Jackson 5 eventually faced creative conflicts with Motown Records. With limited artistic control over their music, the group made a bold move in 1975 by leaving Motown and signing with Epic Records, rebranding themselves as the Jacksons. This decision came with risks, but they continued to release successful albums like Destiny and Triumph. Still, as Michael Jackson's solo career skyrocketed, the Jacksons' prominence gradually declined. Michael's rise to superstardom completely overshadowed the Jacksons. With Off the Wall, 1979, and, more significantly, Thriller, 1982, Michael became the greatest solo artist of all time, shattering sales records and redefining global pop culture. Meanwhile, the Jacksons' later albums, such as Victory, 1984, and 2300 Jackson Street, 1989, though still featuring Michael, failed to match their past glory. Over time, the group lost its dominance as each member pursued individual careers. Although the Jackson 5 is no longer as active as they once were, their legacy remains timeless. Their classic hits continue to be played on the radio, featured in films, and serve as an inspiration to future generations of artists. The Jackson 5 was not just a band. They were a symbol of rising from poverty, raw talent, and dreams turned into reality. Without them, the world might never have witnessed the legendary Michael Jackson. Do you have any special memories tied to the Jackson 5's music? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know your favorite song. The Velvelettes, the forgotten talent of Motown. When people think of legendary female groups from Motown, the Supremes or Martha and the Vandellas often come to mind. However, there was another group just as talented but far less recognized, the Velvelettes. Formed in 1961, the group consisted of Carolyn Gill, Bertha Barbie McNeil, Norma Barbie, Betty Kelly, and Mildred Gill. Though they never reached the same level of fame as some of their peers, the Velvelettes made their mark with a distinctive style and memorable hits. Their biggest success came in 1964 with the song Needle in a Haystack. This track helped the Velvelettes step out of the shadow of more prominent female groups and establish their own identity in the music industry. With its upbeat melody and energetic vocals, the song resonated with audiences and became one of Motown's most beloved hits of the time. This success led to the release of He Was Really Sayin' Somethin', which, while not a major chart topper, remains a favorite among soul music enthusiasts. However, unlike other Motown girl groups such as the Supremes, the Velvelettes did not receive strong backing from the record label. They lacked major promotional support, did not release new music consistently, and gradually faded as other groups took the spotlight. Changes in the lineup also affected the group's stability. When Betty Kelly left to join Martha and the Vandellas, it weakened the Velvelettes and made it harder for them to sustain their momentum. By 1967, as Motown shifted its focus to top-tier artists, the Velvelettes were slowly left behind. The members also faced personal choices. Many decided to step away from the music industry to focus on their families and personal lives. Without support from their label and facing internal challenges, the group eventually disbanded, leaving fans with a sense of loss. However, in the 1980s, the Velvelettes reunited briefly for special performances, sparking nostalgia for Motown's golden era. Today, while not as well known as other Motown groups, the Velvelettes are considered a hidden gem of the label. Their songs, especially Needle in a Haystack, continue to be featured in classic soul music collections, evoking memories of a vibrant musical era. Have you ever listened to the Velvelettes? Share your thoughts and let us know your favorite song from this talented group. The Five Stairsteps, the talented group, and the timeless hit, OOH Child. When discussing the standout soul and R&B groups of the 60s and 70s, one cannot forget the Five Stairsteps. This family group, hailing from Chicago, was formed in 1965 by the Burke siblings, Clarence Jr., James, Aloha, Kenneth, and Dennis Burke. They were nicknamed the First Family of Soul, even before the Jackson 5 rose to fame, thanks to their remarkable harmonies and emotionally rich musical style. From humble beginnings performing at local events, the Five Stairsteps quickly made their mark on the soul music scene. The group's biggest breakthrough came in 1970 with the release of OOH Child. The song delivered a hopeful, optimistic message, with its gentle melody and inspiring lyrics. OOH Child, things are gonna get easier. OOH Child, things'll get brighter. Upon its release, the song made a huge impact, quickly climbing to number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of the defining tracks of the era. To this day, OOH Child remains a staple in movies, commercials, and classic soul music playlists, cementing its legacy as a timeless anthem. Despite their tremendous success, the Five Stairsteps struggled to maintain their fame due to management and financial issues. They faced difficulties in finding new directions after the success of OOH Child, and had to contend with fierce competition from other family groups like the Jackson 5. As the music industry evolved, they struggled to find another major hit, and their visibility began to fade in the years that followed. Beyond financial challenges, the group also faced lineup changes, with some members opting to leave and pursue their own paths. This lack of stability contributed to their eventual breakup in the mid-1970s. However, the members continued their musical careers in different ways, with Clarence Burke Jr. becoming a well-known musician and producer in the industry. Today, while the Five Stairsteps may not be as frequently mentioned as other groups from their time, OOH Child remains a valuable musical legacy. The song continues to appear on lists of the greatest soul tracks of all time, and is often used in inspirational films. If you're looking for a song to lift your spirits during tough times, play OOH Child and let its melody soothe your soul. Have you ever heard this song? Feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts and feelings. The Delfonics, Philadelphia soul legends and their timeless melodies. The Delfonics, a name that once enchanted countless soul music lovers, stand as a testament to the golden era of smooth R&B in the 1960s and 1970s. Formed in 1965 in Philadelphia, the group quickly gained fame with their sweet love songs, blending signature falsetto vocals with intricate harmonies. For fans of classic soul music, the mesmerizing melodies of La La Means I Love You and Didn't I Blow Your Mind This Time are unforgettable, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of listeners. What made the Delphonics so captivating was their seamless fusion of romantic lyrics, soothing melodies, and unique harmonization, creating a sound that was truly one of a kind. Led by William Hart, whose expressive falsetto became the group's trademark, the Delphonics set themselves apart in the R&B world. Under the creative guidance of producer Tom Bell, they pioneered the fusion of orchestral elements with soul music, paving the way for the rise of Philadelphia soul in the years that followed. Despite their massive success in the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Delphonics, like many groups of their time, faced the inevitable shifts in musical trends. As funk and disco took center stage, their soft, romantic sound gradually lost its mainstream appeal. The group went through several lineup changes, with members branching out into solo careers, and, over time, the Delphonics became a nostalgic memory for devoted soul music fans. However, even though their heyday has passed, the music of the Delphonics remains as vibrant as ever. Their songs have been reimagined and sampled by numerous artists over the years, from Prince and Missy Elliott to the Fugees. Quentin Tarantino's film Jackie Brown reignited interest in Didn't I Blow Your Mind This Time, introducing their music to a new generation and proving their lasting influence. Their melodies are more than just songs. They are timeless echoes of a golden age in soul music. While the Delphonics may no longer perform on the grand stages they once did, their legacy endures. Their heartfelt love songs will continue to touch the hearts of music lovers for generations to come. Have you ever listened to the Delphonics? Which of their songs has left a lasting impression on you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The Temptations, Detroit's soul legends and their timeless legacy. When it comes to the peak of soul music in the 1960s and 1970s, one cannot overlook the Temptations, a legendary group that has left an indelible mark on audiences for decades. Formed in 1960 in Detroit, Michigan, the group quickly rose to fame with their emotionally charged melodies, perfectly blending powerful vocals and intricate dance moves. With their original lineup of Otis Williams, Melvin Franklin, Paul Williams, Eddie Kendricks, and David Ruffin, the Temptations solidified their place in soul and R&B with timeless hits such as My Girl, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, Just My Imagination, and many others. What set the Temptations apart from many other groups was their continuous innovation in their musical style. Initially, the group pursued romantic soul music, but as Motown grew, they weren't afraid to experiment with funk, psychedelic soul, and contemporary R&B hits like Papa Was a Rollin' Stone and Ball of Confusion marked bold shifts, elevating their music to new heights and reflecting the changes of the era. This versatility allowed the Temptations to maintain their appeal for many decades, despite numerous lineup changes. However, alongside the spotlight, the Temptations also faced many challenges. Internal conflicts, frequent member changes, and personal tragedies tested the group throughout their career. David Ruffin, one of the group's lead vocalists, left in 1968 after internal tensions, and other members also departed over time. Despite these struggles, one person kept the flame of the Temptations alive: Otis Williams, the sole remaining member from the original lineup. Under his leadership, the group continues to perform and bring soul music to new generations of fans. The influence of the Temptations extends beyond the world of music. They have inspired numerous artists, from Michael Jackson and Boys the Sep Meme to Usher. Their songs continue to be reinterpreted, appearing in films, TV shows, and commercials, proving that the Temptations' music is eternal. In 1989, the group was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, cementing their irreplaceable place in music history. Even as time passes, the melodies of My Girl, Just My Imagination, and Papa Was a Rollin' Stone continue to live on in the hearts of fans. Are you a fan of the Temptations? Which of their songs moves you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The O'Jays, soul legends, and timeless melodies. When talking about the greatest soul groups of all time, the O'Jays are undoubtedly a name that cannot be overlooked. Formed in 1963 in Canton, Ohio, the group left a lasting impact with their emotionally rich songs that reflected both love and social realities. Led by Eddie Levert, Walter Williams, and William Powell, the O'Jays quickly became one of the leading groups in the Philadelphia soul movement, a distinctive branch of soul music known for its lush harmonies and smooth melodies. The O'Jays reached the height of their fame in the early 1970s when they teamed up with legendary producers Kenneth Gamble and Leon Huff. Under their guidance, the group produced timeless hits like Backstabbers, a song about betrayal and human nature, and Love Train, a hopeful message of love and unity. These songs not only dominated the charts, but also solidified the O'Jays as a vital part of the soul movement of that era. Beyond music, the O'Jays were powerful voices in social commentary. Their songs often addressed pressing societal issues, from injustice to racial inequality. For the Love of Money wasn't just a massive hit. It was also a stark warning about greed and the influence of wealth. This social awareness made the O'Jays beloved not only by music fans, but also by those who cared deeply about societal change. Although their mainstream popularity declined in the late 1970s as musical trends shifted, the O'Jays continued to perform and maintain their influence for decades. Despite lineup changes, Eddie Levert and Walter Williams remained dedicated to keeping the O'Jays' legacy alive, bringing their music to new generations of listeners. In 2005, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, cementing their place in soul music history. With their timeless songs and lasting influence, the O'Jays remain an essential part of soul music. Are you a fan of the O'Jays? Which of their songs moves you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The Five Stairsteps, the talented group, and the timeless hit, OOH Child. When discussing the standout soul and R&B groups of the 60s and 70s, one cannot forget the Five Stairsteps. This family group, hailing from Chicago, was formed in 1965 by the Burke siblings, Clarence Jr., James, Aloha, Kenneth, and Dennis Burke. They were nicknamed the First Family of Soul, even before the Jackson 5 rose to fame, thanks to their remarkable harmonies and emotionally rich musical style. From humble beginnings performing at local events, the Five Stairsteps quickly made their mark on the soul music scene. The group's biggest breakthrough came in 1970 with the release of OOH Child. The song delivered a hopeful, optimistic message, with its gentle melody and inspiring lyrics. OOH Child, things are gonna get easier. OOH Child, things'll get brighter. Upon its release, the song made a huge impact, quickly climbing to number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of the defining tracks of the era. To this day, OOH Child remains a staple in movies, commercials, and classic soul music playlists, cementing its legacy as a timeless anthem. Despite their tremendous success, the Five Stairsteps struggled to maintain their fame due to management and financial issues. They faced difficulties in finding new directions after the success of OOH Child, and had to contend with fierce competition from other family groups like the Jackson Five. As the music industry evolved, they struggled to find another major hit, and their visibility began to fade in the years that followed. Beyond financial challenges, the group also faced lineup changes, with some members opting to leave and pursue their own paths. This lack of stability contributed to their eventual breakup in the mid-1970s. However, the members continued their musical careers in different ways, with Clarence Burke Jr. becoming a well-known musician and producer in the industry. Today, while the Five Stairsteps may not be as frequently mentioned as other groups from their time, O.H. Child remains a valuable musical legacy. The song continues to appear on lists of the greatest soul tracks of all time, and is often used in inspirational films. If you're looking for a song to lift your spirits during tough times, play O.H. Child and let its melody soothe your soul. Have you ever heard this song? Feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts and feelings. The Marvelettes, the pioneering girl group of Motown, and their historic hit. When talking about iconic girl groups of the 1960s, the Marvelettes are a name that cannot be overlooked. They were the group that laid the foundation for Motown's success, paving the way for future female artists. Formed in 1960 in Michigan, the group originally consisted of Gladys Horton, Wanda Young, Georgiana Tillman, Katherine Anderson, and Juanita Cowart. The Marvelettes were more than just a musical act. They were trailblazers who set the stage for legendary groups like the Supremes and Martha and the Vandellas. The Marvelettes' breakthrough came in 1961 with the release of Please Mr. Postman. This song wasn't just a hit. It became the first Motown record to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking a major milestone in soul and R&B music history. With its upbeat melody and simple yet heartfelt lyrics, the song became a sensation, capturing the hearts of listeners everywhere. Over the years, legendary artists like the Beatles and the Carpenters covered the track, further cementing its influence in the music world. However, the Marvelettes' journey wasn't without challenges. Despite continued success with hits like Beechwood 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and Don't Mess with Bill, the group faced difficulties as members left due to health issues and internal tensions. Lineup changes, along with the rising popularity of other girl groups within Motown, led to a gradual decline in their mainstream appeal by the late 1960s. Although they never regained their former prominence, the legacy of the Marvelettes remains undeniable. They proved that girl groups could achieve massive success in an era dominated by male artists. More importantly, they inspired future generations, helping usher in a golden age for female groups in both Motown and the broader music industry. Do you love Please Mr. Postman or another classic song by the Marvelettes? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's celebrate the timeless music of this legendary group. The Spinners, the legendary soul group and their roller coaster journey. When it comes to classic soul groups of the 1970s, the Spinners hold a special place in the hearts of music fans. Formed in 1961 in Detroit, Michigan, the group initially started as part of the Motown empire. However, it wasn't until the 1970s that they truly broke through, becoming one of the most successful soul groups of all time. With smooth vocals, captivating melodies, and timeless love songs, the Spinners left an enduring mark on R&B and soul music. Despite signing with Motown early on, the Spinners didn't achieve immediate mainstream success like some of their contemporaries. However, after switching to Atlantic Records in the early 1970s, their career took off. With the help of producer Tom Bell, the Spinners released a string of classic hits, including I'll Be Around, Could It Be I'm Falling in Love, One of a Kind, Love Affair, and Rubber Band Man. These songs not only climbed high on the Billboard charts, but also became timeless anthems, winning over audiences worldwide. What set the Spinners apart was their perfect blend of sweet melodies, intricate harmonies, and deeply emotional vocals. The warm, soulful voice of Philippe Wynne, combined with the seamless coordination between members, created a unique sound that was both elegant and heartfelt. Additionally, Tom Bell's masterful production, incorporating lush string arrangements and brass instrumentation, gave their music a distinct sonic identity that stood out among other soul groups of the time. As they entered the 1980s, the Spinners faced significant challenges as musical tastes began to shift. The rise of funk, disco, and hip-hop gradually overshadowed traditional soul music. Compounding these struggles, Philippe Wynne left the group in 1977, causing a major shakeup in their lineup. Although they continued to release music, they were unable to replicate the massive success of the previous decade. Financial difficulties further hindered their progress, causing them to lose their dominant position in the music industry. Despite their decline in mainstream popularity, the Spinners' contributions to soul music remain undeniable. Songs like I'll Be Around and Could It Be I'm Falling in Love are still played on the radio, featured in movies and TV shows, and enjoyed by new generations of listeners. The group continues to perform, delivering nostalgic performances that keep the magic of classic soul alive. Have you ever listened to the Spinners' hits? Which song is your favorite? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's celebrate the timeless music of this legendary group. The Tams. The journey of a legendary soul group from glory to challenge. The Tams, a soul group from Atlanta, Georgia, made an unforgettable mark on music lovers from the 1960s onwards. With emotional songs and catchy melodies, the group captivated audiences with a musical style rooted in R&B, soul, and beach music. Formed in 1960, the Tams quickly achieved success thanks to their smooth vocals, intricate harmonies, and positive messages in their music. Although they were not the most famous soul group of their time, the Tams still had a unique charm with songs that brought joy, optimism, and unforgettable memories to their fans. Their first big hit was What Kind of Fool Do You Think I Am in 1964. This song not only made it to the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, but also helped the group establish their position in the soul music scene. With its cheerful style, light melody, and memorable lyrics, the song quickly became a phenomenon. They followed up with other famous tracks like Be Young, Be Foolish, Be Happy, an inspiring song with a message about freedom, joy, and living life to the fullest. What set the Tams apart from many other soul groups of the time was their energetic performances and their close connection with the audience. The group members were known for wearing distinctive berets, creating a memorable image for their fans. Joe Pope, the group's lead vocalist, had a deep, soulful voice that added a unique flavor to the Tams. In addition, the seamless coordination between the members brought vibrant, captivating performances to the stage. However, like many soul groups, the Tams couldn't avoid the changes in the music industry. As they entered the 1970s, audience tastes began to shift, and new genres like funk, disco, and pop began to dominate the market. The changing lineup within the group also posed a significant challenge, preventing them from maintaining the peak success they had experienced in previous years. While they continued to perform and release music, the Tams were no longer achieving the same level of success they once had. Despite this, the Tams maintained a loyal fan base and continued to perform at nostalgic shows, music events, and cultural festivals. Their songs still play on the radio and are considered timeless tracks that evoke nostalgia for music lovers. Particularly in the southern United States, the Tams continue to hold a solid place in the hearts of fans due to the influence of beach music, a genre that combines soul and R&B, and thank you for supporting our channel. Your support is a tremendous motivation for us to continue exploring and sharing fascinating stories about legendary music. Every view, like, comment, and subscription helps our channel grow and brings you even more high-quality content. Stay with us on this journey as we uncover the untold mysteries of the artists who shaped an entire generation of music. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an exciting video. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.